Welcome back to Ridir Gaming. I'm Wes, and today we're talking about Minecraft and education. We're talking about some of the good, some of the bad, and just why it's there to reinforce part of education. And let me just get this off my chest to start with. I am not advocating for games to take over the classroom. I'm advocating for gaming to be integrated into the classroom. And I'm not talking video games in particular. I'm talking about use of gamification. And we'll get more into what that is later in the video. If you're new here though, please consider liking and subscribing the video because the goal at Ridir Gaming is to make the world better one person at a time through gaming and gamification. So without any further ado, let's get into why Minecraft can be used or maybe shouldn't be used to help reinforce learning. Let's start with the toughest question first. Why do we recommend Minecraft to help supplement the classroom learning environment? Well, education's awesome, and in the developed world, it is absolutely fantastic, but it can get a little bit conveyor belt or factory-ish, right? You have millions of kids sitting down, sitting in straight rows, learning the same thing, regurgitating the same information, and there's not a lot of love for learning in that type of environment. What if we can use something? What if we can use some type of gamification to go through and make it where there's a love of learning, a love of discovery, a love of creativity again? Well, that's what gamification is all about. It's not about going through and playing your favorite video game all the time. It's not going through and playing your favorite board game all the time. It's using the concepts of gamification to make learning more interesting. A great example of gamification is using Twister to teach left and right for young kids. Yes, it's hard. It's a physical game. It's fun. You're on the floor. You're interacting with your kids. There's a whole bunch of bonding happening at the same time, but you're reinforcing left and right. It's gamification and they'll remember it. Now, critics are quick to point out that you don't need to be on an Xbox or a PlayStation or a tablet or a PC to do gamification, and they're absolutely right. You don't need to be on these things, but technology is here to stay for the foreseeable future unless something weird happens. So why not embrace it to integrate it a little bit more into our kids' lives? Now, this isn't to take over, this is just so that they get the secondary and tertiary effects of being able to use this technology and figure out how to use a PC, how to use a mouse and a keyboard, how to type, and learn these different aspects. Just to be clear, we still recommend getting outside and playing daily for a lot longer than being on a tablet or a PC or in front of a TV. Being outside with friends and playing and biking and sports is extremely important to the development of our kids. So do not take this as sit inside in front of a TV or PC or a tablet whatsoever. Another huge point that critics have is that Minecraft doesn't actually teach anything in and of itself. And they're absolutely right. Minecraft will not teach arithmetic. It will not teach a kid how to diagram a sentence. It will not teach the basic formula of H2O. It's not designed to do that. Minecraft is a tool to put in a teacher or a parent's toolbox. It is only designed to be a tool and a game. So what exactly is Minecraft? Well, Minecraft is a sandbox game, and by sandbox I mean it's a huge open world that's randomly generated by these seeds or world numbers that you can put in. And when you do this, it's massive and there's no real direction except for in survival mode, survive, and in creative mode, build whatever you want to build. There's no quest, there's no linear missions to it. It's just an open sandbox for people to play in. Now, the players can also interact with people. Servers can get over 100, or it can be a local server that somebody manages and it can be somewhere around 10, or you can play solo by yourself. It's a really interesting way to play a different sandbox game. So why would anybody want their kid to play Minecraft? Well, it can be used to complement their skills in reading, writing, math, science, and history, and it can also foster and enhance life skills such as creativity, problem solving, self-direction, and collaboration. Minecraft won't teach anyone how to read specifically. It won't teach you how to diagram a sentence, it won't teach you how to spell, it won't do reading lessons in and of itself. But the in-game chat is the primary communication method for many of the servers, and it also teaches secondary languages because the game is worldwide. Additionally, if players want to go through and build super epic castles on top of Mount Everest, they need to learn how to use the systems within the game to learn how to use the game more effectively and efficiently. For math, once again, Minecraft won't make a player do 10 addition questions before playing, but it does reinforce skills with numbers. Players divide the supplies, they estimate the area they need to build for a structure, a town, a city. They calculate how many minutes are left until nighttime in survival or morning. They also have to go through and figure out how much food and other supplies they need before going on an adventure or going on a mining trek. Through the use of simple mathematic concepts, players go through and they're able to increase their success in the game. They have to master these fundamentals to be more successful within the game, both in creative mode and survival mode. The math and the science actually go kind of hand in hand. Because of the way that crafting and combinations of materials go in the game, you not only have to have the right portions and the right number of materials, but you have to know what the different recipes are and how they interact with one another. And Minecraft has a surprising depth for resources and recipes in a game that looks like a grown-up version of MS-DOS. Players have to experiment with these different combinations to make new items. They have to read the guides, remember how to make ice tools, or change a torch's flame from orange to blue. And here's the one that kind of threw me for a loop when I first heard about it: history in a video game. And history in a video game does seem kind of odd. Some games are built in a historical period, but Minecraft obviously isn't. Well, Minecraft has a ton of different worlds and seeds, but many of them have structures already built or don't have any of the historical structures. Most importantly, educators and enthusiasts have already created and shared replicas of historical cities and structures in other locations. And when they use graphic modifications, they can make them look very realistic. But even without the graphic mods, players are able to walk the halls of ancient Roman structures, tour the Great Pyramids of Egypt, go see aqueducts. There's a ton of different things that teachers already have as resources. With parent and teacher direction, using Minecraft can make learning fun again. Because I know doing worksheets of mathematical equations isn't fun, but figuring out how many supplies I need for a 7-day trek to go mining will be something that I want to do because I want to go figure out what's on the other side of that mountain range. And my kids will too. Minecraft is also used in many classrooms right now to help promote teamwork and problem solving. Assigning a task to a group and letting them work through it together to figure out the solutions, such as building their own pyramids or creating a dam for the local lake. And they have to go through and talk to each other. They have to foster communication. They have to assign different roles and start building this project together. They also have to do the problem solving to figure out how they want to fix this problem. And sometimes this just lets them be creative without any type of real repercussions that will affect them negatively for a long term. And I know that my kids love Legos, but I don't have an endless resource of Legos sitting around the house, and I'm not going to let them go rummage through a Lego store. So they're able to build to their heart's content without me having to spend thousands of dollars on Legos. There's also the Minecraft Education Edition, and this one's pretty sweet, but it's got limited access. You have to be signed up through a Microsoft Office, some type of email that's been associated with an educator account, or you have to pay for the subscription for the student's account, which is I think $5 a month. Now there are limited trial logins, and it's $25 for the teachers, $10 for the students. I think that this should be free, but that's just my personal opinion. The nice thing about the Minecraft Education Edition is that you go through and you have all these different resources for the teachers. They can set up these seeds and they can have their lessons planned out. Some have different zones throughout their seeds, and they can go teleport students to these different areas to do different lessons. And they can have their students do them in groups and then come back and talk to them about how they felt. I'll link a bunch of the different seeds and their stories down below. Now, I know that this video doesn't address all the issues with Minecraft, and it doesn't address all of parents' concerns with video games. Yes, there are legitimate concerns with playing video games too young and too early without supervision. Minecraft is not an end-all be-all, it is simply a tool. Now, if you have any questions or comments, concerns, please put them down in the comments below. Do me a favor, if you like this video, please press like, because it helps YouTube push the algorithm so that we can continue helping somebody be better today. Because once again, the main point of Ridir Gaming is to find and help people be better every single day through the use of gamification. So this is Wes from Ridir Gaming. Grab those controllers, game on, and I'll see you next time.